Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into the world of walleye fishing in a river. These elusive fish can be challenging to locate, but once you understand their habits and how to target them in flowing water, you'll be reeling them in like a pro. Stick around and I'll share some tips and techniques for finding and catching walleye in a river.
Chasing walleye in a river is an exhilarating pursuit that captivates anglers with the thrill of chasing these elusive predators in dynamic and ever changing waterways. Walleye are known to have an elusive nature and are prized for their delectable flesh. They are revered among freshwater anglers and are one of the most sought after game fish species. River fishing for walleye offers diverse habitats, intricate currents, and many different feeding opportunities. In this guide, we will dive into the exciting world of river fishing for walleye. We will explore the tactics, techniques, environments, and strategies to employ when pursuing these cunning fish in the flowing waters of rivers and streams. Join us as we see the advantages of river walleye fishing, where every cast holds the promise of hooking a fish.
Walleye, or Sander vitreus, is a freshwater fish native to North America. They are a popular sport fish widely sought after by anglers for its delicious meat. Walleye are found in a wide range of habitats, including lakes, rivers, and reservoirs. They are usually found in deeper waters and feed on smaller fish, crayfish, and other aquatic insects.
Walleye are also known as the yellow pike, yellow pickerel, yellow pike perch, and marbleeye. They are a freshwater fish found around North America. Walleye are known to be elusive, are powerful fighters, which creates a challenging and rewarding experience for fly anglers and fishermen alike.
Walleye have a distinctive look. They have a greenish yellow coloration and are large. They have glassy eyes, which is where they get their name. They are also known for their aggressive feeding habits and strong fighting ability when hooked. The world record walleye is 25 pounds and 41 inches long, caught in Old Hickory Lake in 1960 by Marbury Harper.
Like and subscribe if you like this content. Walleye reproduce or spawn in the spring when water temperatures reach around 42 to 48 degrees Fahrenheit. Walleyes migrate to shallow water near the shore where they lay their eggs in gravel or rocky areas. After about a week, the eggs will hatch. Afterwards, the young will remain in the shallows for a couple of weeks before moving to deeper water. Walleye, known for their longevity, with some individuals living for over 20 years. They grow relatively slow, with females becoming mature at around 4 to 5 years and males reaching maturity at about 3 to 4 years of age. Walleye can be found in many different bodies of water, including lakes, rivers, and reservoirs, primarily in the northern United States and Canada. In lakes, find areas with drop-offs, humps in the middle of deep water, while there is a little bit of wake, or along the deep side of weed lines. Reservoirs are similar to lakes. In rivers, find deep holes, eddies, current breaks, rocks, weed beds, drop-offs, dams, pylons, mouths of rivers, and undercuts. Learn as much as you can about baitfish movement. Watch where the baitfish like shad, shiners, fatheads, and other minnows are, always remembering that where the food is, the walleye will be. Watch for schools of baitfish in shallow water, watching for minnows that are jumping out of the water. There's a good chance you'll find walleye nearby. Wrapping up, walleye are North American natives found in a wide range of habitats that include lakes, rivers, and reservoirs. They live throughout much of Canada and the United States. They are spread out through most of Canada except for far northern areas. They are in lakes like Lake of the Woods and the Great Lakes. Moving a little farther south to the United States, they live in most of the northern and midwestern areas like the Mississippi and Missouri River systems and around the Great Lakes. Walleye like cold, clear water, staying deeper around drop-offs, weed beds, and rocky points during the day and moving to the shallows at night to feed. In
most cases, walleye can be found in deep holes, mainly during the day when they are trying to find cooler and more stable water temperatures. Try to find deep pockets of water near the riverbed. Look for areas where the current slows down along bank undercuts, below dams, and sloughs. Current breaks are where faster currents meet slower currents. These areas are potential habitat that walleye tend to hang out. They will take advantage of these transition zones, which allow them to ambush bait fish that get caught in the current. When looking for walleye in a river, search around eddies. Eddies are areas of slower moving water you can find behind rocks, points of land, and other obstructions. Walleye will use these areas as a position to conserve energy while waiting for prey to come by. They work as great areas to hide and ambush the food they eat, like minnows, leeches, crayfish being among their favorites. Walleye love rocky areas. The rocks give the walleye cover and ambush points. Try to find areas that have underwater rock piles, boulder fields, and rocky shorelines. These locations provide a good position where walleye can hide. Walleye are not usually correlated with heavy vegetation. They do, however, use weed beds and submerged vegetation as hunting grounds. These areas hold the bait fish, leeches, and crayfish that the walleye eat. Target the edges of the weed beds, transitional zones, or areas where vegetation meets open water. Walleye will patrol the edges of drop-offs, areas where deeper water transitions to shallower waters. Walleye can also be found near riffles, usually during low light conditions, dawn, dusk, or cloudy, dark days. These are zones that will hold concentrations of bait fish. When fishing a river, look for undercut banks, fallen trees, and submerged root systems. These areas give walleye shelter and ambush points. Try casting your bait or lure close to these structures and working it back slowly. Look for overhanging trees, brush, and submerged vegetation because they provide shade and cover for walleye. Try to cast your bait or lure close to these structures and let it drift naturally with the current before you begin to retreat. Tributary mouths are where small streams or creeks flow into the main river. These give the angler a chance to find walleye waiting to ambush bait fish that are swept downstream. Fishing these areas can be productive, especially during spring and fall migrations. Try to use modern technology like GPS and fish finders to find underwater structures, drop-offs, and potential walleye hotspots. This can give you a strategic advantage when you are trying to find the walleye and give you more hours fishing and less hours searching. Oftentimes when fishing rivers that have bridges or dams, walleye will congregate around the pilings or structures. There is turbulence created by these structures that can disorientate bait fish. These confused bait fish are easier for walleye to feed. Walleye are known to wander, never staying in one spot, but always moving, looking for their next meal, area of comfort, or in the spring, a mate. So, if you're not getting bites in one spot, don't hesitate to move around and explore a different area of the river. If you decide you want to target walleye in a river, it's important to be adaptable to the conditions and be patient. Do not be afraid to experiment with different baits, presentations, and depths until you find what works best on that particular day and location. Always remember that walleye have superb vision. They're light biters, so let them take the bait a little. And they can be caught. Try not to get frustrated. You'll catch them.
When fishing for walleye in a river, you can gain an experience that combines the thrill of the catch with the serenity of peaceful river. A river with its currents, eddies, and varied depths will challenge you to hone your skills and adapt your strategies. If you're targeting walleye during their seasonal migration or finding their hidden pockets, being successful comes from understanding the river's structure and the walleye's behavior. With the right tactics and a little bit of patience, river fishing for walleye will lead to some of the most memorable catches, making it a favorite pursuit for anglers across North America.
One last thing. Here are a few flies that will help you start fly fishing for walleyes. Streamers work great for walleyes. Walleyes like to eat leeches and minnows. The 3 pictured flies / streamers are what I would recommend if I was going to go and start a fly box just for walleye fly fishing. And always remember, don't forget to check your fly.